Right. So this is I'll spend some time on talking about careers in AI. So on the left hand side, if you focus on, so there are different aspects of career in AI. So data is a key sort of integral aspect of building of having a career in AI, where you can have careers related to data analytics, data visualization, data engineering, data science itself, building models, and doing a lot of pipelining and from the raw data to process data, then to preparing data which is ready to input to a model. And once you have the output of those models, you can look at how well the models are performing. Then if you look at the modeling aspect of AI itself, here people can come up with new algorithms and do new research so that bringing innovative ideas into algorithms and different kinds of models across different use cases. And then you can do deploy your models for real world applications and also publish your work. So a lot of people who focus on modeling work are very strong on algorithms. So computer science background definitely helps here, along with thinking like having a scientific method and a scientific approach. If you look at the infrastructure, so we cannot deploy and build data and models without having the software and hardware infrastructure within your organization. So this involves a lot of let's say database management, cloud technologies, both in terms of storing data, accessing data, versioning data, and also then deploying your models, then storing the predictions of the models. How do your users interact with those AI model predictions? So a lot of work around operations, around data, models, different tools, and you can establish workflows also for the entire process, right? So there's a lot of work which is very engineering heavy that focuses on the infrastructure of AI. Then if we take a step forward, once so the first three roles focus on as an individual contributor that you can do as your own. And if you're interested in going down the management or leadership path, then what you have to do is to think of different use cases for AI in your particular organization or company. So let's say if you're an e-commerce company, then you can think about how to make search faster, how to make search more contextualized, let's say in different languages. Then you have to build a roadmap for, let's say, I have an idea for a AI product. How do I take it from conception to production? Right? You have to write down, talk to a lot of different stakeholders within the company, have a lot of interpersonal skills, right? Because you have to talk to people who are into product management, who are business people, who are scientists or engineers, and bring all that knowledge together to define a roadmap or a vision for your particular team or company. And then it's very important as a manager or as a leader to show that whatever you're building has a significant dollar impact, either in terms of savings or in terms of additional revenue. So it is important that everything that you do translates into real world impact for your organization or your company. And if you're a budding entrepreneur and you want to build a startup in this space, then it's important to think first about the problem. What is the problem that you really care about very deeply? And it is a real problem that users face, companies or enterprises face that you can solve with AI. Right? Excuse me. And here it is important to understand what is the sort of entire ecosystem around that problem. What is the data? How can you build models? How can you hire engineers or AI talent to help you move towards that journey? Right. And on the now, if I focus on the right hand side, these are some of the skill sets that you need to progress in your career as in AI. So there's a lot of importance for understanding statistics, mathematics, probability, and coding as well. So Python is a key programming language that is used in AI, but there's also some use of R and C++ and some new languages coming out as well. Then you can work on algorithms and data structures also, if I'm looking at point 7. And a very important skill